let's talk about indexed universal life insurance as a vehicle for real estate investing. I'm responding to a great question or a comment through the Ignite Your Life chat group that we have. So let's give a thorough educational breakdown for everyone interested in making smart moves in this area. First, let's start off with the phrase, be your own bank. You might have heard that before, be your own bank. This is a pitch that you can borrow against your life insurance, skip the bank approval process, and use your own cash value for property investments. On the surface, that sounds powerful, especially if you're tired of red tape or have unique real estate goals. But here's where it gets real. The be your own bank strategy carries some serious risks and it needs careful consideration. Let's talk about it. So what actually happens when you use IUL loans for real estate? When you leverage your IUL's cash value to get real estate, you get fast liquidity, flexible repayment, and don't need to pass a credit check. Some investors have pulled this off for rental properties or rehabs, especially in tough lending markets. There are specific cases where the strategy has worked to sidestep traditional financing or avoid higher bank interest. But as you dig deeper, you realize this approach isn't always universally safe and it's not always universally profitable. Surrender charges can lock up your funds for years, fees eat away at cash value, and most policies put a cap on the upside so your annual returns may be much lower than promised. So y'all know I keep it real. So let's talk about the risks and nuanced realities. First, if you take out too much in loans or your real estate investment falters, your policy can lapse, which means losing protection and potentially getting hit with unexpected taxes. Also, you got to be concerned about the fees, administrative, cost of insurance, investment management. The fees are often overlooked in sales pitches. The real net return is often much lower than index funds or traditional real estate deals. Also, many marketing illustrations are overly optimistic, trying to get you that sale, trying to make that commission, failing to account for economic cycles and policy caps. If you're not meticulous, it's easy to end up with less cash value, less coverage, and more risk than you bargained for. So you got to be careful. So as an educator and as a conservative one at that, I personally feel that insurance should be for protection, not speculation. This be your own bank concept is easy to market, but it's not a substitute for sound, transparent financing. Most financial planners agree, unless you're highly experienced and well capitalized, funding real estate with an IUL just isn't worth the exposure. Let's talk about possible alternatives. You got FHA, VA, and USDA loans offer low or zero down payment designed for safety and accessibility. You've got down payment grants, you got nonprofit programs, and mortgage options like Home Ready and Home Possible give you the right tools to achieve home ownership with minimal risk. And you've got many local and state programs that target first-time home buyers with forgivable loans and support to make home ownership possible without risking family protection. Again, text our economic hotline, 917-809-4231. We've got tons of free resources available there to help you get into these programs free of charge, and they'll be able to tell you exactly what type of programs are available in your area. So my final take, if you're tempted by flashy be your own bank marketing, pause and dig deep into the details. Compare the net costs, the risk, and the long-term impact on your family and financial future. There's always creative ways to fund property, but insurance is the best left, in my opinion, to insuring. So again, you might disagree with that, and that's fine. But just be careful as you go about doing it and make sure you check out all the details and read the fine print. Please read the fine print. For ongoing insight, empowerment, and access to discussions that go beneath the surface, check out the Hype Magazine, Ignite Your Life movement. This is about real knowledge, real community, and building a life you can trust. Thank you for letting me go deep. I like this discussion. It was fun researching it. And let's keep pushing for solid financial growth together. Peace.